This is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by Willy Hutchinson over Zoom. Willy, first and foremost, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Andy. I'm doing good. Yeah, doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. I know you're a busy man this evening, so we'll
Yeah,
try and work through this. Obviously, it's fight week for yourself. You finally get a chance to
yeah,
fight for the vacant British and Commonwealth titles.
yeah.
How excited are you for the opportunity to do so?
Yeah, listen, I'm very, very happy. Obviously, I'm just ready to rock and roll now. I'm ready to fight. It's just all about getting everything right now and ready to rock and roll come fight night. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to becoming the new Commonwealth and British champion.
Do you feel a pressure in terms of trying to obviously achieve that? We spoke previously about what you wanted to do this year before we went into the pandemic, and I don't really think British and Commonwealth titles was something that we'd spoken about, but now it's here. Do you
Yeah.
feel any pressure to make sure you go on to win it?
Nah, there's no pressure at all. Do you know what I mean? As long as I do what I need to do, I should get the job done. Listen, it'll be a good fight, and it'll be a good fight for the fans. But the real, everyone will see who the real Hurricane is, and yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll.
Lennox Clarke, the man in the other corner to yourself, Willie.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Lennox and what are you expecting from him? Are you taking anything from his previous fight with Lerrone Richards?
To be honest with you, I never even watched Lerrone Richards fight with him, and if I'm going to speak the honest truth, I don't really know much about the Lennox Clarke. If I'm going to be honest, I just leave all that down to my coach, and I just keep doing what I need to do in the gym. And come fight night, I should know what I need to do.
What should we expect to see from yourself then to make sure that you are victorious?
You'll see the Hurricane, baby. The Hurricane. That's what you'll see. You'll see the Hurricane.
Lerrone took Lennox to points.
Yeah.
Again, feel any pressure to better that to look to stop Lennox?
Nah, I don't need to bet that as long as I just win and win in style, and it doesn't really matter. Do you know what I mean? That fight with Lerone Richards was a 50-50 fight. It was jab me, jab you. There'll be no jab me, jab you. Let me tell you that. It'll be a different story. You know what I mean?
Willie,
And a
how?
fellow, yeah, go
Sorry,
on.
Seth, go on, mate.
No, I was just going to say that little fella just kept coming forward to Lerone, but Lerone with his little jabs couldn't keep him off him. You know what I mean? Once I hit him, he won't want to come forward much. Let me tell you.
Willie, how kind of important or key do you think it may be that you've had an experience of fighting behind closed doors, something that Lennox hasn't had yet so far?
Yeah. Nah, it doesn't really matter. Listen, once a fight will always be a fight. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if there's a million people there or 10. It's just the same thing. You know, you just go in the ring and you get your job done. You come back home.
You win on Saturday night, Willie. Have you thought about 2021 and what you would like to achieve in the year?
I haven't, to be honest with you. I'm just focused on the fight, what's in front of me, and then after that, then the world's my oyster, innit?
Just a couple of things whilst I've got you here just want to touch on. Obviously, we know Lerone Richards vacated those titles. Do you
Yeah.
want to talk to me about that? Because I know you was originally mandated to face him by the British Boxing Board of Control.
There's nothing really to say, is there? I don't blame him vacating. I wouldn't want to fight me either. So, I mean, but he's vacated and he's give his belts up. And where's he going to go from now? If he's not going to fight the likes of me at British level, well, then what good's he? You know what I mean? What good's going up there and fighting the main men? And oh, I'm sorry, I fought for a world title, but I got beat. But I still fought for it. No, this is not part of the game. Do you know what I mean? This is about winning, and you got to fight whoever gets put in front of you.
Do you think the pair of you will ever meet now, especially now he's gone and signed to Matchroom? It may be that bit more harder.
Well, anything can happen now because if he goes on and goes up, and I hope he goes on and wins the world title and does what he needs to do. I'm not wishing no bad on the lad. It's just if he gets knocked out, it probably or anything happens, we probably won't. But anything can happen. In it, this is boxing. At the end of the day, anything can happen. So yeah.
A few thoughts I want to quickly get your thoughts on, Willie. Start off with this past weekend. We saw Joyce stop Daniel Dubois in the 10th round. What were your
Yeah.
thoughts on it, Willie?
I thought it was a good fight. I thought it was a very, very good fight. I think Daniel Dubois will still go on and become a world champion, but obviously it's not his time just now, but Big Joe just done what he needs to do. He just kept podding that jab out and busting the fella's face, didn't he?
We've seen a strong reaction over social media, and the word "quit" has been thrown around. What are your thoughts on those that word being thrown at Daniel Dubois?
Nah, listen, he's still young, do you know what I mean? But you never know. You never know what's going through his head. You don't know what someone's told him. You don't know what's going on, do you know what I mean? But it did look like he quitted, but you never know what's happened behind everything else. It's all right, me and you saying, or whoever else saying that he quitted, but you never know if someone's told him or someone said or he did quit. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can.
I'm sorry, man. Someone was ringing.
That's all good. I've only got a couple more quick ones, Willie.
Yeah,
Obviously, during the night, then we saw Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. Did you watch it?
yeah. I didn't watch it. No, I actually didn't watch it, but I'd never watched it. I'm sorry.
That's all good. And then moving swiftly on, obviously, just to touch on the
Yeah,
headline fight for your card this Saturday, Anthony Yarde versus Lyndon Arthur. What are your thoughts?
yeah. It'll be a good fight. It'll be a 50-50 fight. I think it's just no matter who gets who first in that fight, innit?
Right, Willie, we will leave that there now, and I'll leave you to
Yeah,
enjoy the rest of your evening and get ready for the
perfect.
bubble. Final word to yourself, though, for everybody who will tune in who can't be there. What would you like to say to them?
Tune in and watch the Hurricane and go to work.
Willie, best of
Yeah,
luck on Saturday. I'll catch up with you
perfect.
next week. Thanks for
Thank you.
coming on the social.
See you later. See you.